Hello everyone, LauraKBuzz here, and today we are back with another episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, before we do anything else this episode, I've just remembered we are currently about to be in a thunderstorm, and I do not want to get hit by lightning and thunder, just without being prepared. So I'm currently just switching out my equipment for stuff that is non-lightning conductive. None of my bows seem to conduct electricity. What gear am I wearing? That's lightning gear, isn't it? I'm hoping this means, yeah, we're not sparking now. Okay, I went to start the video and I just sort of unpaused the game to be like, oh yeah, let's just double check, am I ready to record? And, oh no, there were sparks on me. This was a bad move. I decided to, bail out from. Also, that was some lightning pretty darn close to me. Oh, that was some close lightning. Again, good that we're not wearing any metal today. So, our first objective this episode is there is a shrine in this general direction that we don't have pinned on the map because we ran out of the brightly coloured pins. So, we're going to run sort of direct straight for that first. And once we've run for that shrine, I'm going to start clearing up some of the pins and markers we've got on the rest of the map. There's also, I want to point out, in terms of, locations I want to go before we start dealing with, more story stuff, on the map, there's a few locations we can start looking at now that are labyrinths that you can see from the map. So there's a labyrinth up the top, sort of behind where that lab is. There is a labyrinth up here that's in the snowfields, it's in the cold, and there's one down here in the desert, I think. Each of those has a bit of equipment in them, and I want to go get those three bits of equipment, because they build a very nice set together that I think is probably worth our while to go get sooner than later. So I want to start clearing the brightly coloured pins we have on the map. I want to get some more of those memories if we spot the locations for them. I want to go to those labyrinths and try and solve them so that we can get the gear inside. I've got a few things I want to get us doing in the next few episodes. But first, whatever this shrine is, it's ours. How are we doing, by the way, on numbers of? Okay, we don't currently have any spirit orbs, so we still need to do 4 more shrines to get an upgrade, which is fine. We've got 2 full circles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9 hearts. 9 hearts is all right. And if we desperately want, oh god, there's got to be another rock around here somewhere for a Korok seed, hasn't there? I'm just looking for a rock to fill out that triangle shape now. Screw it. If I see a rock, I'll come back. Is there one here? No. There's the shrine. Yeah, there's a few things I want to go and do. We've not even touched on side quests, really. We've been doing world exploration, we've been doing shrines, we've been... Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's 3 shrines in the Korok forest, should we need shrines for more hearts, but we'll go get those at some point. We remember where they are. But yeah, we've not started really dealing at all with things like NPCs that have side quests. We've not started going down, the quest routes to unlock new stores. There's an entire store that's dedicated to trading using monster parts as currency, which we've not even messed with yet. There is a bunch of content in this game. While we're loading into the shrine as well, yesterday, I think I mentioned this before yesterday's episode, but I went and got a tattoo filled in, my Mirror's Edge tattoo on my left arm, which I now have Faith's cyberpunk barcode. Which I'm pretty sure, if I remember it, she has on the right arm, but I'm like, fuck it, I want it on the left arm. So I got that done yesterday, and today was the first time sort of getting a good proper look at it after a night's sleep and after it had healed a bit. It's looking really nice. I'm a big old fan of how it's turned out. Oh, I know what shrine this is. Oh, this fucking shrine. This is one of them shrines. Passing of the gates. So, the main deal with this shrine is, in order to get... Okay, let's have a look at the water first. So, there's a section of water. We can swim under, but we can't get back up. So we can sort of see what's going on around the back here. There's a bit of a moat. There's not really anything to do by being in the water. We have one of these things that like changes direction every time it's hit. And I think we're equipped with the single arrow bow. And that rotates this whole section around. Okay, I'm just trying to remember how we do all of this. We also have a sphere that we can't get to from this side. So what I'm going to suggest is we take the sphere from here. We put it down, and now when we lower this, we'll have the sphere, because previously it was behind that locked door. Now, if we use Cryonis, we should be able to get over and throw the ball into that sort of basket-like section. So let's Cryonis down here. Is that it? That looks like it's probably going to be it. See, it's just the right size to just about fit one of these in. Oh, we didn't need the Cryonis. It would have been fine. Okay, well, I overcomplicated that for no reason. So we can now knock that over, and it should do something. Yes, okay. So I think what we need to do is go through here, shoot this from this side, so the locked door goes down, and now we're on the same side as this catapulting thing, which I think is still a problem, because I think if we stand on this, it just catapults us into the roof. What we need is the room the other way up, but with this door unlocked so that we can get through. I'm sure we should be able to get over to this chest. Oh, is it going to be Cryonis from here? Oh yeah, that's how we get to the treasure chest. I don't know if this treasure chest is just an item for us, or if it's... No, it's the key to the door. Okay. So we did somewhat need to do this. Let's make an ice block on the other side so we can get back up. Can we not do that? Okay, screw it. Okay, we're gonna have to swim the whole way back round, but, you know, that's not the end of the world. We can unlock the door now, at least. That saves us some hassle. Let's get back some of these arrows we used. Okay. So we can now unlock the door. Shoot from this side. No, okay, we're gonna have to shoot from here, aren't we? And now this has a gap above it, so we can now safely use it, and we should be able to get... This is going to be the treasure chest that'll have a quest, like a weapon or something. Feathered edge. Yeah, we'll take that. This allows us to get back to the roof as well. I think we're now meant to go this way. And then... Oh, no, I know what it is. We are supposed to shoot up, shoot this while we're in the air. I missed it, but you can see what I'm aiming for. Okay, we've still got a few more shots in this bow, I'm sure. There we go. Gets us onto this side. And I think that is us where we need to be. I think that's the end of the puzzle. Aha! There we go. Now, I'm really curious if there's any significance to the differences between these the Guardians of the Shrines, whether the fact that what they're holding or the position they're in is meant to signify anything. I don't honestly know, but there's probably someone that's noted, like, oh, these kind of puzzles usually have these kind of items or positions for the person at the end of them. That probably means that this was to do with wisdom or power or courage. I suspect the internet's probably worked out whatever that is by now. I'm guessing there's probably a hidden meaning to it all. How are we doing for time? It's about 12 minutes. Why not? Okay, let's... Oh, the weather's cleared up. That's nice. Let's see which of these ones out on the map are going to be easiest to go collect. There's a couple up here, but they are in the Hebra Mountains. They might be a little tricky to get to in the cold. This seems like it's going to be an easy one to get to, relatively. Actually, yeah, let's start with the one up near Akala. Because while I'm here, I'm gonna go get the red shrine. But I'm probably also gonna do the labyrinth that's up there and see what cool equipment for Link we can go and acquire. Time to do some loading. So some interesting news came out about the Switch in the last week or so. The Switch, using Breath of the Wild as a benchmark, Breath of the Wild loads most slowly from a game cartridge. It loads fastest from internal memory, slightly faster from an SD, slightly slower, but still faster than the game cart on an SD card. Like, both digital forms run better than they do on, you know, on the official game cartridge, which is interesting for certain. I don't know what to make of that, but it's a thing that can be acknowledged. Right, more thunder. Like, we've clearly just followed the bad weather further up the country. Oh, I love these glowing swords. Oh, I do feel bad murdering foxes like that, but... Oh, whoa, we got a bit of a freeze there. I've occasionally noticed those happen, and I really don't know what causes them. Like, they're not gameplay ruining. They're, like, as you can see from the playthrough we've been doing, they're rare. They're certainly not common, but my goodness, they are noticeable when they happen. Oh no, we've got a lightning weapon. Moblin club, that'll do. I said I had a lightning weapon. I think I meant I had a metallic weapon. Oh, we just got caught on the side of a lightning blast. Okay, where are we? Where are we heading? Just running up there. It seems easy enough to do on foot. So long as we don't get hit by more of this damn lightning. Or thunder. Thunderbolts and lightning. That's how I try and remember which one... No. I was going to say thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening, would suggest that thunder is what comes in bolts and lightning is the sound, but I think it's the other way around, is that lightning bolts and thunder and lightning bolts, very, very frightening, would probably be more accurate. Maybe it's going to end up being one of those mnemonic devices where I remember which way around it is by knowing it's the opposite of the mnemonic device. Right. We're going to have to wait for this weather to pass to do this, because this is a shrine at the top of a big pillar of rock. And while most of the times that it's rained, we've been able to sort of scale our way left and right along, like, different routes. Yeah, like, this is the thing. When I know a lot of people complain about the rain in this game and how common it is. In the vast majority of cases... If it rains, you basically just have to find another route to where you're going that is slightly less direct up a rock face and slightly more sort of side to side, left to right, a little bit more of a shallow incline. You really can't do that when you're trying to head to a pillar that is a sheer rock wall up, and that's one of the few cases where it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to get up there for now, so... If I'd thought about it and thought about the rain and remembered which one of the shrines we were heading for, I'd have probably done the Labyrinth first. Although, actually, I do need some climbing to do the Labyrinth, realistically. It's fine. This is just going to be an impromptu solo podcast for a minute while I do this then. So, as of the day of recording this, 2 days ago, I put up an article on Polygon about... trans representation in like 3 AAA games that came out in the last month, and that got like 700 retweets in a day, and that was a fun day. I had a fun old day that day because, my goodness, just lots of people who had Hitler as their display picture on Twitter, and lots of people who had the word Nazi as their Twitter name. You know, just those are 2 observable facts. A lot of people that fit into those categories did not like me saying that there were trans people potentially in a couple of AAA games. So that was a fun experience. I initially had pitched something just on Breath of the Wild to Polygon, and I didn't hear anything back for like a week and a half. Oh, hey. Yeah, it'd been like a week and a half and I hadn't heard anything back from Polygon, and then out of nowhere, like, I tweeted a couple of times about Mass Effect Andromeda's trans character, and sort of out of nowhere I got an email from Polygon that basically boiled down to, hey, we know we're a bit late getting back to you, but how about you write about not only Mass Effect Andromeda and Zelda, but also Horizon, maybe. And I think it was about 12 hours between them emailing me and me having a final draft sent back to them. And then sort of within 24 hours of getting the pitch, I had the article up, which was cool. The other thing that happened, which will have happened by the time you see this episode, but is ongoing as of the day I'm recording, last night, which will have been about 24 hours after the Polygon piece went up, I got an email basically saying, hey, do you want to write another thing about trans representation for Polygon? So I might be, well, I say I might be. I accepted a pitch and I've written a draft and I've not had feedback on it yet, but by the time you see this, it'll probably be online. I wrote a thing about Krem, the trans man character in Dragon Age Inquisition, because I came into possession of a bunch of emails between BioWare staff, particularly writer Patrick Weeks, and and consultants that worked on Dragon Age Inquisition. And basically, like, I was able to have a look at a lot of stuff that was in early drafts of Dragon Age Inquisition, and was certainly not positive portrayals of trans people, and the ways that those negative representations that existed in the initial draft were fixed by the final release. Oh, it's time to climb. Time to go climb. Oh no, it's raining again. Fuck. This is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Ah. Ah, thank God I got back up. So yeah, a lot of emails that are basically like, hey, here's our initial draft of the character. Hey, consultants, what do you think? The initial draft contained issues like, while in the actual game of Dragon Age Inquisition, Krem outs themselves as being trans, like, by being open about that fact and talking about it on their own terms. They make a joke at the expense of Iron Bull having sort of man boobs. And in the original draft of the game, Iron Bull is the person who outs Krem, and that had like a weird tonal difference in how that scene was put together. There was a lot of backstory stuff that was very different. In the original backstory involved sexual assault victimization and a negative home life and a lot of very tropey, stereotypical bits of trans narratives. And what a lot of that was changed into became like, hey, it became a blackmail narrative about Krem being trans, and it became some nice stories about Krem's dad teaching him how to shave. There's a lot of things that were in the final game and were praised and applauded as positive bits of portrayal, and they definitely were, but that could have gone so wrong so easily because, well, original drafts of that game were full of a lot of problems that would have made this a critically panned trans representation rather than a critically praised one. So I wrote like 1,200 words last night at like midnight. I think it was like 9 o'clock in the evening. I was editing Podquisition and I got the email being like, hey, do you want to write about those emails you got? And by midnight I drafted an article and sent it back to Polygon, so that's a cool thing. I'm hoping that the article, once it's edited and online, the intention is for the article to sort of show, hey, this could have been a really bad example of representation, and it turned out to be a really good example of representation because of the fact that the writer sought outside advice from consultants who had first-hand experience of being the group being written about, and that, hey, if you want to have trans people stop complaining that you're writing bad portrayals of them, maybe get consultants in, because as this example shows, consultants make a really big difference to projects like this. And I'm hoping that that's the takeaway people have from it, is realizing the importance of consultants on projects and contrasting that with the fact that, as best I can tell, Mass Effect Andromeda did not have any consultants working on the project, and its trans representation was really terrible, and that having consultants, you know, advise on the plot probably would have avoided that. So yeah, that's the thing I've been writing about. Come on, is that an end to the rain? There we go. We've got this. Yeah, had this been any other shrine we were going to, we'd have been fine trying to get to it in the rain, but anything with a perfectly sheer rock wall, that's just gonna have to wait. Zunakai Shrine. What's in here, my friends? Let's find out. What's in the shrine today? Is it a combat shrine? Is it a... For some reason, my gut says this is a combat shrine. I don't know why I feel that way. I might be 50-50 guess whether I'll be right and wrong, honestly. It could go either way. Let's find out if it's a combat shrine. No, this is a puzzle shrine. Too much water. Which puzzle shrine? What? Oh! Oh, this is one of those shrines where by entering this place you've already proven your worth. Hooray! I don't necessarily feel like we proved our worth by getting up here, because all we did is jump and climb a rock, but... Oh, flame blade. Flame blade. I love flame blades. I love elemental blades. Right, what do we want to get rid of? Let's drop the soldier's spear. This magical sword was forged in the lava of Death Mountain. It leaves white-hot flames in its wake when the blade glows red. Let's just look at this for just a second. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And then as we watch it, it should refill with orange, and there it is. Oh, I love elemental blades in this game. They're so... Oh, I just love that effect as they fill up. I should probably switch that off because I want to keep that for a good... I want to keep that for like, decent combat. I want to use it at a cool moment. A hero rises to right the wrongs of Hyrule. You did well by getting here. It's a spirit orb. We only need one more of them to upgrade again. Yeah. Okay, what I'm gonna do before we end this episode then, because we did 2 shrines today. I'm gonna go back to the lab, the ancient tech lab, and I'm gonna glide down to the labyrinth. And tomorrow's episode, we're gonna tackle a labyrinth, because I want to start collecting the gear that's in those labyrinths, because it's cool gear. Ah, look at that lens flare and that sunrise. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this game. Right, a color, ancient tech lab. Yeah, loading from cartridge like I'm doing here apparently takes about 15 seconds, I think, on the cartridge, or like from booting the game to loading in takes about 15 seconds. It takes, I think, about 5 seconds less on the internal memory. Now again, that 15 seconds I think is for when you first open the game to like go from the main menu to playing, but I might be wrong. There's the labyrinth. It's off this direction. Let's hope the wind is working in our favor. So basically, we want to get to that shrine inside that labyrinth. Okay. Okay, the winds are too high when you're high up. Basically, I think this is trying to force you not to just paraglide straight onto the top of the labyrinth, by having wind force you away until you are below the labyrinth height. And also, from here, it looks like there's nothing to stop you just going straight into the shrine. I assume we're going to have some texture pop in, because I'm pretty sure there's like there's a barrier of some kind, like there's some bars or something that stop you going straight to the... Yeah, there they are. There they pop in. There are bars in the way of the shrine, so, yeah, let's have a look at the map of this labyrinth, because it's kind of deceptive. Proceed onwards through the maze and you will receive a reward. So, initially I tried to do this labyrinth on foot. So I worked backwards. I was like, okay, if we're trying to get into this big box here, one of these like points that touches the box is going to be our way in. And I assumed it can't be any of the ones on this side of the box, because dead ends, it's all a closed loop. This is a closed loop. It's not going to be any of these points. I also worked out that this set was all a closed loop, and the only section that wasn't a closed loop was this this entrance that you can sort of trace back, and it enters somewhere over here. You can pause the video and have a look, but this point can be entered from there, and none of the other like points touching the box like have a connecting point to this central room. They're all closed loops. So I went through the labyrinth and got to here and could not get into the box. I'm gonna tell you all a secret. The entrance to the box is here. It's part of this closed loop. And I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get to this, into this closed loop by following the labyrinth correctly. The only way I can find to get here is to cheat the labyrinth. Also, why is it raining when... Oh, God. Okay, come on. Oh, this is why I love this shield. There we go. Guardian dealt with. I was gonna say, why was it raining when the weather indicator said sun, but it seems to have sorted itself out now. So, because we have a lot of stamina, I'm basically gonna try and climb this wall here, because there are, thankfully, points around its, along it that we can stop to breathe. If I remember right, we can get some stamina back. Like these minor slopes. I might be wrong, but I think we can do the running trick here to get back a little bit of stamina. Oh, okay. Don't stand in one spot. That's a lesson that I've learnt there. Also, I definitely shouldn't be leaping on this wall because I'm going to need all the stamina I can get to make it to the top. Like, with 2 stamina wheels, I should just be able to climb straight up without worrying about stamina recovery on the way, but I don't trust that to be the case, so, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're gonna make it up here fine, I'm sure, because we're already, how far up are we? I reckon we're more than halfway. We're this far up out of... Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. Let's not stress. Also, like, as of finishing this video, I'm going to be going up to London for a couple of days. So I think, like, when I finish recording this video, I'll set it exporting. That'll be sort of 10 a.m.-ish, and that gives me... I've got about 5 hours after that before I go get a train up to London, which will be nice. Okay, here we are. I'm going to run along the top of the shrine as best I can, avoiding these sentries, which I think are here basically to dissuade you from running along the top. But fuck it, on my personal playthrough, I tried to do this the right way, and it turns out the solution was to enter a closed loop. Okay, let's drop down into the labyrinth. And I think it's literally just right around here. Yeah, this is the entryway. I'm just gonna, like, wander around and show you. I can't find any route into here on the floor level. Oh, there's a metal box that would have led us through. Okay, I never found this metal box when I was searching. But you see, my point is, looking at the map implied this was a closed loop. And, you know, that this wouldn't be the entrance because it's a closed loop on the map. Why would this be where to go? But it's fine. As long as the weather's dry, you can just scale the walls and, you know, look out for the glowing... Like, if you're up on the top of the labyrinth, if you look out for those torches, you can spot where you need to be. I honestly have no idea what's up there, actually. Do I have fire arrows at the moment? Oh. Let's get one of those out. No, I don't have fire arrows. Oh well, that's not the end of the world. I think this is one of those shrines that as soon as we walk into the shrine, we're just rewarded for, hey, you made it to the shrine. That's all good. Oh, is this where those spikes and things are? Is this our way out? I don't know. It's fine. We made it to the shrine. That's all I really wanted to get done, because I want to show you the cool bit of gear we get in here. It's part of an armor set that's going to be very useful going forward. Trial of the Labyrinth complete! Yay! We found a labyrinth and we got through it because we cheated and climbed the walls and didn't actually go through the labyrinth itself. Screw you, Labyrinth. See, I like to feel like the developers intended for that to be possible, because they could have just had rain as a permanent effect over that labyrinth to be like, okay, you can't climb it. Nope, you can't do it. Hooray, I've proven my worth because I scaled the walls of a labyrinth and avoided its challenge. Barbarian Helm, a helmet once worn by the warriors of an ancient warlike tribe from the Faron region. Wearing it draws out your inner animal, increasing your strength and battle prowess. So basically there is an entire set of gear that raises your attack power. It's a pretty cool set. Gives you cool red, like, murderer hair. I'm not saying people with red hair are murderers, but for some reason someone wearing, like, the red hair and, like, skull, I envision that this Link murders people, and I don't know why I picture that. So yeah, there you go. We've completed another episode of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Well, we've almost completed. Before we do, I'm gonna go upgrade our health again because we got four spirit orbs. It's progress. I want to go and make that progress before we end the episode, because it's always a nice way to wrap up the episode, isn't it? To be like, yay, we got stronger in a tangible sense. We did something that has a physical effect on our progress and shows that we have improved as the game has gone on. Let's warp to Kakariko. There it is. Off we go, Barbarian Link, out into the great yonder. Are you ready? You ready to go murdering? I bet you are, Link. I bet you are. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be up in London for a couple of days after this. So while there's gonna be no gap in the episodes being published, there's gonna be a gap between me recording this episode and the next episode I record of probably 3 or 4 days, but it's fine. We've got pins on the map. I'm sure I'll look at the map and be like, oh yeah, there were pins and things. You know, those are probably what I was doing. Right, here we go. I love hang gliding down and just sort of dropping onto this shrine. There we go. Feels so satisfying. 4 spirit orbs, heart container, please. Yes, please. Yay! Go and bring peace to the people of Hyrule, or something like that. So yeah, that's been another episode of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying. Thank you very much. Bye.